We're Group 31 and our intervention is called Be Smart, Don't Start.
I'm Violette and I will be talking about our health behavior. In recent years, it has become increasingly apparent that young people have been introduced to the e-cigarette and vaping market, and in turn have become the new target consumers. According to the 2018 National Youth Tobacco Survey, there were 3.6 million kids currently using e-cigarettes ranging from the ages of middle school to high schoolers. This large amount of young users is particularly concerning because this could become a lifelong addiction. This was extremely alarming to our group as we are aware that high school students are typically made aware that using e-cigarettes is harmful to their health. This led our group to think of a new yet engaging way to approach and encourage the reduction of young adolescents' use of e-cigarettes and vapes.
Hi, I'm Sundos, and I'll be discussing the target population.
The most important steps to determine an intervention is the target group, as it allows you to assemble the effective steps to change a form of health behavior. As previously stated, teens are a high percentage of vape users and are facing unfortunate and chronic consequences. Therefore, we as public health individuals must fight to change these poor health choices and advocate for change. Teens are known to be immensely susceptible to influence, and when vaping was introduced, the e-cig use rate simultaneously increased. We are constructing this intervention within teens to help them find motivation to reduce nicotine use, as it can rapidly increase their chances for respiratory diseases. As well, exposure to nicotine at such a young age increases their chances of becoming addicted to cigarettes.
Hello, my name is Alexia, and I will be giving further information about our intervention.
Our intervention program is called Be Smart, Don't Start, with our target group primarily focusing on high school adolescents that have some prior knowledge of e-cigarettes or have been exposed to e-cigarettes. Participants in the intervention arm will be playing a game called Vaping Slayer. Our goal of the Be Smart, Don't Start program is to enroll 50 total high school age participants, with the intervention lasting a semester, or around 4 months. There will be 25 participants that will be randomized into a control arm, and this arm will receive weekly newsletters with information about the harmful effects of using vapes and e-cigarettes, and also provide them with resources to get help if needed. The other 25 participants will be randomized into our intervention, who will participate in our video game, Vaping Slayer. Vaping Slayer is a storyline type video game where the player is earning their powers by learning the effects of vaping and how harmful it is to its users. The player will ultimately finish the game when they have earned enough powers by completing each module of the video game session and claiming the title Vaping Slayer. Our team decided the best way to invite participants for our intervention would be to create eye-catching and interesting flyers that would be posted along classroom doors. This flyer describes an extra credit incentive for any science class, but only for students who choose to participate in our intervention fully. Included in the flyer is a QR code that links to our intervention's first short questionnaire. Having this allows us to quickly measure and assess the participants' knowledge of vaping and e-cigarettes as a health behavior. By having a questionnaire before and after our video game, this can help us understand how this particular intervention format directly changes our target health behavior. In terms of being able to recall prior information and the ongoing development of this behavior, the main reason why we have a questionnaire after further allows us to monitor our participants' critical thinking of the new health behavior practices, especially when encountering vapes or e-cigarettes in the future.
I'm Phuong and I'll be talking about the social ecological model of our intervention. The two levels of the social ecological model we'll be focusing on is the individual level and the community level. For the individual level, the video game increases knowledge and awareness about vaping. The game itself has a storyline in which the players travel throughout the map, meet different characters, and through this, players will learn about the risks, dangers, and effects of e-cigarettes and vaping products. As players learn about the dangers of vaping, preferences and individual feelings towards vaping will change. The game is also extremely interactive. This means for players to move in the game, players in real life must move with it. This allows players to build new healthy habits such as walking, and students who play the game can develop a new hobby which will deter them from spending this time vaping. There are also incentives for completing the game. Once players complete the game, they'll receive a certificate of completion and freebies. In addition, if a student completes the survey offered at the end of the game, extra credit will also be offered. This builds motivations within students to complete the game. On a community level, our game, Vape Slayer, is free through the school, which allows it to be easily and readily accessible to all students. And additionally, the game can be played with friends, which builds a sense of community and competitiveness against students. Overall, our intervention aims to reduce the use of vaping amongst teens and young adolescents through the use of an interactive video game. Thank you for watching and feel free to ask us any questions.